All right, guys. Welcome to another Solar Kings Tuesday. I know we haven't had one in the last couple of weeks, so welcome back. Want to do a little bit of a kind of prep work for convention. So, who all is going to convention? I hope the majority of you guys on the call are planning to be there. It's going to be a huge event. I'm excited to get to meet some of the folks I haven't met in the Powur platform yet. See some old friends and talk about ways to grow our business. And so that's a lot of what we're going to focus on tonight is just leading up into the convention, what the plan is, what you need to be prepared for, and what you need to do to have it be a successful week. So start out by welcoming any new recruits we have on the call. It looks like I see a couple names that I don't recognize. So who's here for the first time? I see Troy. I don't know that you and I have met before. Have you been on our calls before?
I was on one quite a while ago, but this is
awesome, man. So have you kind of been a secret solar guy for a while and just getting into it, or what made you jump on the call tonight?
Well, Eric Garcia told me to jump on it.
Awesome.
I just started like back in May 1st, so kind of new, but not, I mean, still looking for my first deal. I've had some issues, so we're trying to get it going on this.
I gotcha. Well, jumping on these types of calls, getting the training is definitely gonna push you along that route to get you going. So welcome aboard, man. Anything we can do to help you, we want to be a resource to you. Feel free to reach out. So glad to have you here. We got a couple others. Anybody else want to say hi? All right, well, let's move on. A couple success stories, guys. I went through and
hey, Houston.
Yep.
Houston. I'm sorry to interrupt. Russell Vilt is on the phone. He's taking care of his little boy. He's an infant. He's an infant. Yeah, he's a great dad. So Russell, I'll just tell you a little bit of background. He is a real estate broker in Illinois. He has a Tesla. He's all into renewable energy. And I've been talking to him for, 6 months, 8 months about power, me doing solar and all that. He's finally decided that he'd like to join and give it a try. One of his questions is, in Illinois, do they require a license in Illinois? And if they do, how does he go about getting one? And I've never had experience about that.
I haven't done any business in Illinois. I know Powur just recently opened the Illinois market. Right. I'm not 100% sure. What I would recommend, if you go into the Powur knowledge base and look up the Illinois state specific stuff, you'll be able to figure it out there. And I can take a look after the call and figure out, what info they have on there. I know last time I checked, Illinois was a limited market. Like the whole state wasn't covered. It was just certain areas. So you'll definitely want to check that Powur, the Powur knowledge base and see what Illinois specific things there are to know about it.
There's nothing in downtown Chicago or the inner city area. It's only in the suburbs. Gotcha. And I think you don't need a license, but if you're going to door knock, you need to have a certain certificate or approval.
Okay, so you do not have to sell. You do not have to have a license in Illinois, but if you door knock,
that's what I heard on one of the calls. But like Houston said, I would confirm it.
Oh yeah. So maybe you're talking about maybe a permit if you're going to solicit door to door.
Yeah, I think that's the way I understood it. Because I'm from there. I'm from the Chicago area.
Okay, are you there now, Gil?
No, I'm in San Antonio. I think I was texting with Russell. I think he's on the north side by O'Hare.
Okay, that's
yeah, I got a lot of contacts there, so I definitely want to. I'm just rather new myself. I just had my first deal, so I want to get into the Chicago market. I want to get into Florida. I used to live there, so there's a lot of great things that are going to be happening. So I'm looking forward to Dallas to pick up a lot of good information.
Yeah. Seeing a lot of solar hit the roof. A lot of things good going on. I think it's a great time to be in this business. Houston, I think you're right. I mean, right now, in Florida, you walk outside and you're just drenched in 5 minutes, and It's here, man. It's gonna blow up. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I think the market is just getting hot and it's going to continue to grow. People are coming out of the woodworks. A lot of people, in San Antonio in particular, this past June, this was the first month that CPS has hit people with their new peak period charge, which they snuck into their latest rate schedule, which basically between June and September, everybody's rates just went up like 40%. And they didn't fully disclose that when they rolled out the rate hikes recently. So I have gotten more phone calls in the last week. This deal that I just left will be my 5th deal in July.
No way.
Yep. And
All
pretty much
right,
all
brother.
of them are
There you go.
people who are like, dude, my bill was $400 last month. Forget this. Come get me some solar. And so we're going to see more and more of that. And I've got 3 or 4 more that are kind of floating out there that are probably going to close soon too. So it's going to be a crazy hot market. You just got to stay plugged in, stay involved. And, like we always say, make sure that you're not an undercover solar agent, that everybody around you knows that you sell solar, so that when they're thinking about it, you're the one they go to. So
That's right.
On that note, back to kind of the recent success stories. The business is super hot, guys. People are posting left and right. I think every day I'm seeing at least 2 or 3 people posting that they're closing another one, got another one, here's another one. And so we're going to continue to see this. I think, we're going to go up this weekend, get some great information from Powur World, roll out some new products, some new technology, new things that are going to be available to us to make it even better. So I am super excited to be in the business right now. I can't wait to see what's going to happen over the next couple months. I think we're going to see multiple people on this team have a Q3 that will make 6 figures in Q3. And so that's something that I'm really excited to see. Just a couple highlights this week. I mean, there were so many deals I lost count. Gil, I think you just mentioned you just recently closed your first deal. Want to give you a shout out as congratulations.
Yeah, Eric helped me last night. Yesterday we closed it.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. I know you've been active, you've been involved in the trainings, you've been doing this for a while, and to see you finally have some success, I'm real happy for you, man. So congrats to you. I know Judy, she and I worked on one the other day. Finally got one
Judy, way to
contract
go,
in.
Judy.
What's that?
Way to go, Judy.
Yes, sir. And then there are a couple more on the team that I know just got their first deal or got one step closer to mentor. I think, Jacob, you're knocking on the door, right? You got one more that you need to get to mentor. I see you trying to unmute there, Jacob.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, solar's hot right now. I mean, I just got 3 leads from one of my ambassadors who's a realtor.
Awesome.
So, I mean, we just got to sift through them, push through them. I had a bankruptcy yesterday morning. So she didn't qualify, but I mean, she was ready to sign up. And right after that, I went right back to one who I had been working. I think I talked to you over the weekend or in the messenger. I think I posted about, they were asking a lot of questions about the 26% ITC. And I was able to get them comfortable enough with it and a good enough response for them. And they moved forward. So that I closed them yesterday. And that's the couple that just sent me three ambassador leads. I
awesome.
I was calling a guy right at 6 when we were getting ready to jump on here to follow up and do discovery, one of them, and his bill was $700.
Nice.
$700. So, I'm working on it now as we're talking, what I mean? Get the proposal rolling and yeah, solar's hot, guys. Just keep plugging away. Gil, it's great to see you get yours, Gil. I know you've been steady in the trainings and, plugging away. So, keep on, guys. Like, it's like, just like Huston said, I mean, there's, we say it in the real estate world, there's no agent, secret agent at all, man. There's no secret agent. You cannot be a silent, solar pro. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen for you.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations to you, man. Get that last one. Get that deal closed before Powur World. That way
That's
you can
right,
come up
yeah.
there and say, I will officially be a mentor. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm trying, brother. Thank you.
Eric, I see your hands up, man. Talk to us. The man, the myth, the legend, Eric Garcia. What you got?
Can you hear me?
You're a little choppy, but we can hear you.
I'm so sorry. You know what? Call on me in 5 minutes.
Cool. Sounds good, man. We'll move on a little bit. Just a lot of stuff going on, guys. Anybody else want to speak up and share a success story that you've had this past week?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Javier, I see you.
Hey, buddy. How are you, man? Just got my aunt's bill yesterday. It was so low from her system that they had to combine 3 months together just to give her a bill.
Nice.
That was freaking awesome. Dude, her bill for 3 months was like $58. I'm gonna crop it and highlight it, and I'm gonna black out some stuff. I'm gonna put it up on Facebook probably tomorrow. But dude, hers was only 25 415 mission solar panels. Of course, she lives by herself. Got her the 10 kW in-phase battery charger. She doesn't even have the IQ8. She only has the IQ7 pluses. But dude, are the A's. But anyways, her system is so efficient, so productive. She did like 1,700 something kilowatts, surpassed her usage from the utility. And the only thing she really paid was the delivery charge from AEP, which was $58. But that's like 3 months, dude. She's 100% renewable energy that she runs on. And it's just, if you do the system right, you get them the battery, they actually offset their energy with the battery at night. Bro, you're going to knock it out of the park. She was freaking out last night. She couldn't believe it. And that's what we all need to strive for, is that from our customers, where they're in awe from their bill and they feel relief and no worry from getting a $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 electricity bill. That's what you want to put into your customers. Share this story with them. It's freaking amazing, but you got to do it right. Use a mentor, get help, and you're going to knock it out of the park with every single one of your customers. And the referrals are going to come rolling in. Dude, I've got so many referrals. It's not even funny right now, man. It's not funny.
Amen,
bro.
man. Amen. Yeah.
Keep rocking and rolling, guys.
Awesome. Eric, you ready, brother?
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Talk to us. What you got?
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Damn. You know, hang on one second. Let me get my view right on my screen. I just got a brand new computer. I gotta tell you, like, this is it. This is what we've all been waiting for right now. July, August, September, and October, because they'll get their September bill in October, will be like this, just like this. So I have to just stress to you, please follow up with every single person that you've ever talked to about solar before. Day one, even the people that said no, follow up with them. Like, I've been in this business for 5 years. My phone, I am not kidding with you when I say, does not stop ringing. My Facebook messengers doesn't stop giving me notifications. People are saying, you know what, Eric, I know you've been doing it a while. I'm ready for solar, because I have been politely following up every 3 months, every month, every 2 months, whatever works for you. Because it's not if they go solar, it's when they go solar and with who. And you want that to be you. And I promise you, if you put in the work now, I said this on a message the other day, you have to think about the future. Don't think about where you are right now. Maybe where you are right now is kind of tough. Maybe you don't have a lot of money coming in. You still need to grind. You still need to grind. Even though you haven't sold a sale maybe, or it's not going to pay in time, that moment is going to come up again 3 months later, 6 months later, 12 months later. The rent is due every day. The rent is due every day. So I just want to tell you that you literally have one of the best kept secrets in the sales industry right now. Show me where else. Show me where else you can earn $7,000 on average in 20, 30 minutes presenting with no background check, no drug test, no interview, no licensing, no regulation. You need to start thinking bigger. You need to start thinking bigger. You need to start thinking bigger. It's not just about you getting the sale. It's not just about you getting that homeowner to say, I will go solar. It's about helping other people that are struggling to pay gas prices right now. They won't tell you that. They won't tell you that. They're not going to tell you, hey, Kevin, hey, Pete, what's up? Nothing much. I'm just broke as fuck because of the gas and I don't have no money and my wife might leave me. They're not going to tell you that shit. Right? But it's the truth.
It is.
It's the truth. Right? So, look, don't be a secret agent. Be proud. Be proud to be a solar consultant. I was not proud to be a car salesman. That is not fun to talk about. If you tell somebody you're a car salesman, you get this look like, oh, all right. Which basically means, oh, you had no other option and you're a loser. I get it. Right?
Hey, Eric, I take offense to that.
Consultant. Hey, you were in finance, Houston. You were in the cars. I'm talking about you're different and you know that. So stop. I'm talking about the average, reputation a car salesman has, because majority of them are not looking out for the customer's best interest, and you can agree to that.
Absolutely. They're in it for what's in their wallet.
Absolutely. But we don't have to do that here. I tell every customer before I present, I'm like, solar is all about factual data. I tell them, Kevin, I didn't just say, this guy can get 30 panels. Let's see what he says. No, it's based off of their energy behavior, their own data on their bill. You gotta be excited about that you can offer something that's better for the environment, that's based off factual data, pays your bills, keeps the company growing. This is the best secret, the best sales position secret ever. And I know there are millions of people out there saying their product is better, but our product pays us $7,000 in 20 minutes. What does your product do? And I don't say that to talk down on anybody, because I sold shakes for a living on the side. I sold coffee. I sold little things that made me $10 or $15 in commission. But Powur is changing lives. You get to talk to your neighbor about solar and make 50% on that deal. Like, that's a lot of money, dude. Think about that. Half of $7,000. You get anybody talking shit about half of $7,000? You got to put them in check real quick. You got to check them. You got to check them real quick. How much money are you earning now? You know what? Why don't you try and sell this by yourself? See how that goes. I'm going to give you half of $7,000. Is that not good enough? That's a lot of money. Right now, people can get in. All they have to do is enter 5 leads and they get paid $500 and they got in for $150. That's crazy. They didn't even have to close a deal. We're giving away money. We're debt free. We're about to be public in a year. It's stupid. Stupid when you think about it. Jonathan Budd is a really giving CEO. Super giving. Anyways, I'm off my soapbox. I'm excited. I'm making a lot of money. My friends are making a lot of money. And that's what makes me happy. Let's go.
Amen, brother. Christian, you said you had some success story you wanted to share. What you got?
Hey guys, how are you? For those of you that don't know me, Christian Montalvo here. As you were asking who has success stories, I was like, I don't have anything. And then thinking back, in the last 2 days, I had a lady reach out to me and she wanted to join my team. So I had 2 people join my team and she called me today. She was freaking out. I was actually talking to Jacob on the phone and I said, guys, I got to go. Someone wants to join my team. She texted me and said, which link do I send someone so they could join my team? So she's been in for about, I don't know, 3 days, and she already got someone else involved in the business. We're already setting up a launch party for her when we come back from the convention. But I guess the biggest success story that I have, forget the 3 deals that were closed this week. The biggest success story is one of my customers said, he texted me, he says, Christian, I want to have lunch with you. I got to pick your brain. And I was like, oh man, his install is taking a while, right? Through CPS, it's taking a long time.
Is this
And they've
the
been very
private
patient.
lunch?
They've been very patient. And he said, I'm going to buy you lunch. He says, but I want to pick your brain. I was like, man, I wonder if he's going to beat me up because things happens, guys. This is not perfect, right? And there's some things that are out of our hands, right? This is reality. This is what we're living in. And I've been there nurturing, taking care of it. It's going to be okay. We're almost at the finish line. By the way, they sent me a text. We're going to install on the 20th. That's not the moral of the story. The highlight of the story is my customer that's taking a while to install says, I want to join the business with you. It's a hot topic. Everybody needs it. Everyone's talking about it. And even though I'm a little frustrated that my project has taken this long, he says, I want to join the business. Send me a link to sign up. And I was like, what? You know, out of all the people, this guy said, I'm in. And he's a business owner. He's an entrepreneur. And so is his wife. He says, I can't make convention, but when you come back, I want you to launch. So you never know where that blessing is going to come from. And you know that people are watching you as long as you continue to plug into the system, plug into these calls, go to the events, small events, local events, regional events, big events, because at every turning point within our journey, you're going to learn something. And these people have been watching me for a while. And anyone else, any other customer would have not only, you know, not want to join the business, not associate with me, but also canceled. Not only are they continuing to plug away, waiting on their install, but they actually want to join and be a part of my team. So that's a huge takeaway. I think that's a great success story.
Absolutely, man. Congrats on both growing your team and closing a few deals this week. That's awesome, man. So Kevin, you had your hand up a minute ago. Do you want to say something?
I just want to let you know that this month has been pretty good for me. I got 2 sales in the book. They've not been installed yet, but they're on their way. And also got one other person, Russell, he's on the call tonight to join my team. So I'm pretty excited. Good month so far. Awesome.
Awesome. I think pretty much everybody here can have some sort of success story this month because it's like the faucet just opened wide open. And so, you know, make sure you're plugged in, make sure you're prepared because the next couple months, just like Eric said, are going to get crazy fast. So lots and lots of exciting things. Let's take a look at some of the things that Powur is doing. So first of all, for those of you who are tier 1 and tier 2, you may have already noticed when you go to select a mentor, the Power Pair feature is now live on the platform. You have two options. If you know who you want to work with as a mentor, you would click the select your own button and search for the mentor that you chose. But let's say you're working in an area outside of Texas or outside of an area where we have teammates or mentors that we know go to. Power Pairing is now an algorithm-based pairing system that takes a look at 5 different criteria for the mentors on the platform and pairs you with a mentor that will match based off of their closing skills, the area that you're trying to quote, and a number of other factors. So really cool that they're doing this to try and open up another way for you to find the best person to help you close a sale. Yet another way to get you one step closer to moving you to the next tier, whether that's going from tier 1 to tier 2, tier 2 to tier 3. So exciting things happening on the platform. I expect that we're going to get some major announcements this weekend during during the event. So if you're going, get ready for some exciting stuff. If you can't make it, or if for some reason you decided you can't go, I don't know what that is, but if you can't make it, make sure that you're on next week's call, because we'll be doing a detailed follow-up to go over all of the stuff that happens at Powur World this weekend. So next, just so you know, anybody who is part of Powur Live, there's no masterclass this month because of Powur World. Eric, do you know if they're doing the call tomorrow? I forget if they said they canceled it or not.
I have no idea.
I would say if you can, plan to be on it, and if you log in and nobody's there, then they have no call. Another thing, guys, the Independence Day promo ends on July 14th. That's 2 days from now. Expect to hear about the next promo coming out of Powur World. So I expect that one of the first announcements they're going to announce is what the next promotion will be. So we will have something continuing, but the Independence Day promo does end on the 14th. If you've got anybody who you've presented that to and hasn't closed, follow up with them and use that to give them a sense of urgency to sign that contract. Next, obviously talked about already, it's convention week. We're excited. The Powur World Breakthrough starts this Thursday night. Remember, guys, we're going to have a special Thursday night presentation. That's going to be open to everyone. So even if you're not going to Powur World, try and jump on that call on Thursday night. They're going to get some special information and kind of have some lead up to the Powur World event on Friday and Saturday. This is almost sold out. If you don't already have your ticket, try and get it as quick as you can, guys, because they are not going to last much longer. They're telling us that it is most likely going to sell out. So if you want to try and get up there, get that ticket soon. Renaissance Dallas Richardson Hotel. It's in the Richardson part of Dallas, and going to be some good stuff, guys. So make sure you join us there. I know Eric and I are going to be there. C-Ray's going to be there. A bunch of us are. Gil, I see you raising your hand. You're going to be there. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. It's going to be an exciting time. Lots of great stuff, not only just stuff about solar and power, but they've got some awesome world-renowned speakers. They're going to be dropping some knowledge on us. So expect to have a great time up there and meet some new people and learn some new stuff. So on that note, wanted to talk a little bit about convention best practices. So for those of you who are coming, I want to make sure that you guys are prepared to have a successful convention. Most of us have probably been to some kind of a sales or business convention before, but for those of you that haven't, there's a couple of things that you want to make sure you do to be successful. So number one is arrive early. Thursday, they start the sign-in process at noon. That goes to, I believe, 5:30 or 6 Thursday evening. So if you get there on Thursday, make sure you get over there, get signed in, get your credentials, and then spend a little bit of time. So they're going to have booths with all of our various lenders, and they're going to have somebody from Enphase there, somebody from SolarEdge, go out and meet all those people, guys. A lot of those are going to be the reps from the lenders. You can talk to them one-on-one, introduce yourself, and really get to know them, so that you have somebody to go to when you have a problem or you need help. Same thing with the folks from Enphase and all the various sources that are going to be there. So plan to spend a little bit of time, get your credentials, get checked in, and then go check in with all of the different booths. And then show up early each day. So I believe Friday starts at 7:30. They're going to have a breathing exercise session from 7:30 to, I believe, 8. And then the actual convention starts, I think I saw at 8:45. Saturday, the breathing exercise starts at 7. Convention starts at 8. So plan on getting there early, do some mingling, shake some hands, and really get to know some people. Next is dress for success. So this is a business meeting, guys. We want you to show up. We want you to look professional. You don't need to be dressed in a tux or a suit, but business casual is perfectly acceptable. That means jeans or pants, nice clean jeans, a nice shirt, preferably something with a collar. If you've got something that's power related, get that. And then I would recommend bringing a jacket. If you've ever been in a convention center, they typically pump that AC pretty heavy. And so, just to keep you from getting cold, bring a light jacket or sweater or something you can throw on throughout the conference if you get cold. Next is come prepared. So you want to come, first of all, with an open mind and be ready to learn. There's going to be a lot of information and a lot of knowledge up on that stage, and you want to be able to soak in as much as you can. Bring your brain, bring it ready to fill up, but then also bring a notepad or a tablet, something that you can use to take notes on, so that you can follow along. I believe they're going to give us some sort of a packet, but just in case, make sure you have a notepad of some sort to take notes throughout the convention. Visit the booths. I already mentioned this, so go spend a little time with the vendors, get to know them, and know the people that are helping you with your solar business. That's ultimately what it comes down to. So get out there and learn. And then finally is just have fun. I say have fun, but not too much fun. That's mostly for the post-convention evening. We don't want folks showing up late on Saturday morning because they had too much fun on Friday night. Get out, have fun, meet some new folks, and grow your networking base, but be professional at the same time. And so for those of you who are going, these are my best tips to have a successful convention, get the most out of it, and really grow your business. So Gil, I see your quote or your question here. You say, what do you do in a launch, or what do you do in a launch for your new people? What kind of training? So Eric, or I know Christian, you were just talking about that you were planning to launch one of your new consultants. What do you typically do in a launch scenario?
Yeah, Kristen mentioned that. That's why I thought I'd ask about that.
Yeah, so just very briefly, you can get with me outside of the call, but for everyone else that wants to know, I am sitting down with my new consultant. I'm asking them to write down 10 people that they know or think that would go solar. We're trying to get a customer, and we're trying to get someone who is a friend, family member, co-worker, basically a warm market. And I want them to write down 10 people that they think that are entrepreneurial, that are looking for extra money, side income, side hustle. I want to create either a customer base, or I want them to start building a team right off the bat so they get some success within the first couple of weeks. Because if it takes longer than that, they start to get cold, they start to get discouraged, all these negative feelings come about. So I want to make sure they have success right off the bat. This one is a little bit different because she knows a lot of successful entrepreneurs and business owners. So she knows HVAC, roofers, realtors, brokers. So in her case, it's different because she's going to invite a lot of people that are going to join the business just because she joined. She's told me that in the past that people join her because she attracts this caliber of people. They don't question, they just want to join. If she did it because she showed them success in the past, and right now she's doing a little bit of a drip, like a tease. She's saying, stay tuned, got some big plans coming up. And she's telling me that people are already hitting her up. What is it? What is it? What is it about? Please tell me. And she says, I'm going to put you in my VIP section. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a flyer and we're gonna launch her business, but it's gonna be a business overview. So if you have people that you want to plug in, that you want them to learn more about the business, you want them to join your team, this is gonna be an opportunity for you to do so. You guys don't have to reinvent the wheel. You guys don't have to do the heavy lifting. We're gonna have a professional presenter there, which I haven't told Eric. Is Eric still on?
Yep.
Eric, can you do the presentation for the 21st? I got you, man. So I need to bring someone that's a high caliber.
21st?
Yeah, it's Thursday, next Thursday after convention.
Yes,
7 p.m. work for you?
yes.
And we're still trying to figure out, I have 3 locations that we can choose from. We're gonna figure out which one it is, but she is hot. She's the one that, she's actually brought 2 people. Because of her, somebody else joined. And then today, someone just out of the blue said that they're gonna join, and she already brought me an HVAC guy to talk to, a roofer guy to talk to, a guy who's had solar experience for 9 years. So she's a heavy hitter. So I wanna make sure that I have a heavy hitter there to do the presentation. Someone with the credibility and the reputation. So that's how I'm launching people. What are your short-term goals, midterm goals? What are your long-term goals? What do you wanna accomplish? Are you spare time, part-time, full-time? How can I help you grow your business? It's pretty much it.
I think you've pretty much done it, but I'll add one thing to that, Gil, and that's that I typically show them the Powur business plan. I mean, Powur gives us the resources to do all of this stuff, right? So if you walk someone through that Powur business plan and have them fill that out, that's essentially what you're doing, Christian. It's just in a fully structured way. And the resources are already there. It's one of the great things about the Powur platform is that they give you the resources to be successful if you use them the right way. So use that business plan as kind of a starting point and as a roadmap for early success. So anybody else want to add anything onto that?
Yeah, can I something that's just in my mind. I've been to a lot of conventions. Can I share something with you?
Go for it.
So when you go to these conventions, guys, the beauty of this platform is the mentorship program. You are going to literally go into that convention. Unfortunately, I cannot make it. I'm going to be working, but man, the one thing is you want to be a shining star to everybody there. You're in a platform where you have unlimited access to every single consultant. And what I mean by that is when I was in another business, I was limited on my platform to my team only. But I had so many people outside of the team that needed my help that I did not get compensated for. I wasn't really about that. And my wife would get on me all the time. She says, man, you're helping other team members succeed. And I'm like, I just want to help people. But in this platform, you can actually help somebody and then profit. Even if you're not a mentor yet, soon you will be. And when you are, they're going to remember you from the convention and say, man, I remember Christian, man, he works in the San Antonio area. I really liked him. I got along with him great. He was very, energetic and charismatic and very humbled and just a really nice guy. And I want to work with him. Or they send maybe another mentor doesn't want to work that deal and they send their team member to Christian. So when you go into this convention, I want you to think a bigger picture, really sell yourself and just reach out, give them a digital business card, give them your paper business card, give them something to remember you by. Because of this platform, you have an unlimited amount of solar consultants that you can help and not be limited like I was on my other platform. So guys, take advantage of it, sell yourself, stand out, make them remember you. That's what I want to say there, man. Just really big on my heart. And I hope that adds value to somebody on this call.
Amen, man. Appreciate it. So wanted to jump over and just do a little bit of a follow-up to our conversation from a couple weeks ago and kind of the back and forth that we had on the Facebook page the other day as far as financing. So wanted to dig a little bit deeper on this and try and explain kind of what my process is and how I go through this. First of all, guys, if you're a tier 1, leave this to your mentor. They're the ones that should have a good understanding of these different choices, and they're the ones that should be training you how to make these decisions. So tier 1 sellers, this is really a mentor level knowledge thing, and something that you can continue to learn on and grow. But the first thing I'll tell you is if you don't have a very good understanding of the different loan options that are available, don't get into the weeds with your customer trying to explain loan choices. You will end up talking yourself out of a sale. Get very good at one particular product that you know you like, whether it's FlexPay, whether it's the Mosaic 1.49, whatever it is. Get very good at one product that you can explain thoroughly. And until you get better at all of the others, that needs to be what you offer. Because otherwise you're gonna get yourself in a situation where someone's gonna start asking questions you can't answer, and you're gonna talk yourself out of a sale. So wanted to give that full disclosure before we go into this a little bit. But the other day I mentioned on the group chat that I have 3 loans that I already have in the back of my mind as my quote unquote go-to loans, depending on the customer that I'm talking to. So wanted to walk you through my thought process a little bit, just so you can start to better understand how I use loans to maximize my deals. So number 1, so I have 2 to 3 options based on the customer's needs. First question I ask. So anytime I'm showing a proposal, as soon as I get to the little circle that shows offset, I stop right there and I don't go further, because I don't want the customer to see the loan payments or anything like that. At that point, I say, Mr. Customer, are you planning to pay cash or finance? Most customers are going to say what? Finance, right? Okay, great, cool. Good news is I have 4 different lenders that I work with and a slew of different loan products that I can offer you. So I want to offer you the one that makes the most sense for your scenario. Is your goal to get the lowest possible monthly payment? Or are you planning to pay this loan off in the next 5 years? And depending on their answer, I'm going to have options for either one of those scenarios. So if they're saying, you know what, CPS just went up on their rates and I can't afford what CPS is paying me, or what CPS is charging me, cool. I know exactly where I'm going at that point. I'm going GoodLeap FlexPay or one of the low interest rate Mosaics. Usually the FlexPay, simply because I can show them that first 18 months, it's significant savings right off the bat. But depending on who I'm talking to, I may go the Mosaic option. If they say, I plan to pay off the loan quickly, then I typically have a follow-up question. And that's cool. So obviously I've got loan terms as long as 30 years, but if you're planning to pay it off quickly, I want to give you the loan that has the lowest overall cost. So do you plan on paying it off within 5 years, or are you thinking more like the 6 to 10 year range? And depending on what they say, so the 1 to 5 year, or the person that's like, well, I might pay cash or I might finance it, that person, I'm going to that zero dealer fee loan that we talked about the other night, which is the 30-year Mosaic at 6.29. So Mr. Customer, this is the perfect loan for you because it is a same as cash loan. There's no additional fees associated with it, and you only pay interest for the term that you have it financed. So yes, the interest rate is a little bit higher, but if you plan to pay it off in 3 years, you only pay interest on it for 3 years, which means you're not paying very much interest at all. But you're paying a lower principal balance, so overall it still ends up being the best deal. If they're in that 5 to 12 year range, I'm typically going to go with the Sunlight 12-year 0%. Because then I'm hitting them from two sides. I'm giving them the term that they want, but I'm giving it to them at a 0% interest rate with a relatively low dealer fee that keeps the overall cost down. So those are my three, or I guess technically four choices that I go to, and kind of the thought process behind how I get to each of those choices. So does anybody have any questions on that? Does that make sense for you guys? Cool. Well, that's all I got. We got about 5 minutes left. Anybody got any questions? Anything else they want to talk about? Anything they're excited for right now?
I'm gonna say it again. I'm excited for people that are getting started now. It's gonna be really good for you as long as you keep, as long as you stay consistent. As long as you stay consistent in your actions, everything's gonna come around. I want to send a big shout out to Jacob Davis for doing a lot of messages, like a lot, like, and maybe Jacob, if you wouldn't mind sharing like some of your activity and what you do, and share that what you do on a full-time basis, your dad, and how do you get done with what with what you get done? How do you do it, man? What do you do?
Yeah, I do a lot, man. So I work full time. I'm actually the director of operations at a real estate brokerage here in San Antonio. So I actually focus heavily on realtors, but not just the realtors from the brokerage. Actually, I just got another lead while we're talking, and it's from the deal that I closed yesterday. He's a realtor with a whole nother brokerage. But he saw me talking at one of the local mortgage companies talking about solar. He came at this lunch and learn that I did. And with that, I mean, I'm sitting like 3 leads in just with him. I closed his deal yesterday. So my next step is I'm going to flip him into being a consultant. Now I'm going to show him, hey, these leads that you send me 3 leads. It's great, but I want you to understand, yes, you're going to make 3,000 off of these 3 leads, but you left a lot of money on the table. And if he's interested in the grind, then he'll take the opportunity, which I think he will be. I'm pretty confident he will be. But to speak to what Eric's talking about, let me see. Gil's asking, Jacob, are realtors opening up more to solar? I've heard it many times. It's a numbers game. I'll give y'all a little insight. Eric knows very well, because sometimes he'll text me at like 9 a.m. and he'll say, what are you doing this morning? And I'll send him like 15 snapshot of like 15 messages that I've already sent out through LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook, different groups that I've joined, just reaching out, just plugging away to folks, asking them, hey, would you be interested in partnering up? Would you be interested, in being a referral partner for solar? And then if they are interested, I give them a little bit of information. I'll send them a video. I'll send them the link on how to join. And I'm up to 40, probably, let me see, right? I guess my team now is probably about 40 strong, 37, 40 strong, 4 consultants, and the rest are all ambassadors. Now, they don't all send me deals, but we've got 400 or 500 people on our team. How many are here on this Zoom call? So we got to be realistic about that. It is a numbers game. Although we may have 400 or 500 on our team, they're not all out there producing. They haven't grasped the concept or taken a hold of it. But it's consistency. This weekend alone, it just blew up for me. This weekend I was getting messages on Facebook Messenger, people that I'm not friends with that were saying, hey, you were recommended in some Facebook group by somebody that said you could give me some solar information. So here we go. At least twice that happened this weekend, plus the leads. So we just sort through them, we sift through them, educate them, give them the info. If we can convert them into a buyer, let's do it. If not, just keep plugging away. The girl yesterday that got denied because of her bankruptcy gave me a lead. So, don't leave that stone unturned. You know what I mean? Just because we may think, they're not interested, or we may think they don't qualify or whatever it may be, go down that road. Just go down that road. If anything, it was practice for me to go ahead and enter that lead. It was practice for me to go ahead and do the proposal, and the whole process was more practice for me. So it's a numbers game, man. I go live on Facebook every so often. I have a YouTube channel. Bobby Smith, my hat's off to Bobby Smith. He's the reason that I'm in LinkedIn heavy is because he has a video in our back office on the marketing and university. And he gives step-by-step information on how he does it. He's the LinkedIn king, man. That's where he recruited Eric from, right, Eric? It works, but you have to stay consistent. You're going to get a shit ton of no's. You're going to get a ton of rejections, tons of people. You're going to get catfished. I got catfished probably like 4 times on LinkedIn. Somebody who reached out, I create a job post saying I'm recruiting for solar consultant, and then somebody applies for it. I reach out to them and they take me down this path. Well, at the end of the day, they're just trying to sell me some solar leads. Right now, solar leads are not my problem, but it's going to happen. But for me, it just shows me that I'm on the right path. So just keep pushing, guys, every day. Tell you a little bit about more about myself. Both my kids box. So every night we're at boxing. Every night we're at the gym. Like Eric said, I'm in it. Like I work full time at the real estate brokerage. I don't unplug from there. I get phone calls and text messages all day and night. And now I'm building my solar business. I joined in October, went to California with the guys, and just went all in. When I came back, I was all in. Eric and I flew to Vegas in January, I think it was. We spent 11 days there. So if you see the value here, it's going to happen. It's going to take wildfire like it is right now. Those of us that are in San Antonio that have been doing this for any amount of time, I know all of y'all, your phones have probably been ringing and you've been getting a bunch of, leads and questions and stuff. Because I know mine has, and I've only been in since October. So, but that's who I am. That's what I'm doing, guys.
They're coming out of the weeds, and they're contacting you because they know that you're the solar guy.
Yep. Yeah. If y'all ever need anything, I may not have the answer, but I'll sure definitely help you try to find it, and figure it out, man. And that's what I enjoy about this platform is, there's nobody here that I've ever asked a question to that shot me down or shunned me away or anything like that. We're all under Powur. We're on the same team, and don't hesitate to ask a question because somebody's going to get you there. I see Christian's hands up. What's up, Christian Montalvo?
Hey, something that resonated with me that you said, that brought another memory from this week when you said, don't leave any stone unturned. I want to give you kudos for that, because I had a deal where it didn't look like a good deal for the prospect. They were only at 32%. Yeah. And they said, hey, we may not do it. We may not do it because it's not worth it for us. So I said, if you decide not to do it, I want you to think about how I've treated you. If you like my service, my customer service, I've answered all your questions, you're completely satisfied, who do you know that might want to go solar? Because what I can do is if someone goes solar with me based on your recommendation, I can have you as a brand ambassador and give you $1,000. So even though that deal may not go, I still turn that stone and see if I might be able to get any other future business out of it that does make sense for the homeowner. Yeah. So I want to give you kudos on that.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we're a little bit over. Anything else that anybody wants to add before we wrap it up and get ready to start packing to head to Dallas?
Hey, Houston, Jacob, Christian, everybody, we need to plan a, let's do a dinner on Thursday night or something, you know?
Figure something out. Yeah, for sure. So I know, Eric, I already told you my wife and kids are going to be there. At some point I'll have to get with my sister who lives up there, but we'll figure something out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know if you can't make it, I understand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know the girls are going to hang out with her all day on Friday, so we'll have time.
All right, cool. Cool. I can't wait. It's going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. It's going to be fun. Guys, looking forward to it. We will see you. For those of you going to convention, I'll see you on Thursday. For everyone else, I'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.